It is the morning of Halloween. So happy Halloween.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat. We decided to dress up as whitetail deer hunters today. Getting things organized. I would say as a novice whitetail hunter, a big concern question I have in my head is how much clothing should I pack and wear? Considering we are going to do some hiking, but we're also going to be coming off a boat ride and then likely sitting for quite a while. What's the mixture of layering? I feel like every person's a little different depending on how cold they get. Definitely don't want to have too many clothes, but at the same time, you definitely don't have not enough. The front moved through overnight. Got a good wind out of the north today. So that is the $1,000,000 question of how much layers to put on. And every time I look over, Aaron keeps putting on more layers.
Ted's got like 5 shirts on, it looks like.
I got quite a few layers on.
What do you think of the mountain ops?
Gets a guy fired up, that's
Ted's drinking some Mountain Ops Ignite. Get things started. Get the party going this morning. Gonna be a fun day, guys. Stick with us. From Missouri, chasing big old whitetails on Halloween.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's video. October 31st, Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. I'm gonna spend this Halloween with my girlfriend up in Idaho hunting mule deer. Only problem is we're in Utah right now. About 6, maybe even 7 hours away from where we want to hunt. It's the last day of the rifle season. I'm gonna go give it our best try to shoot a buck for Bridget. Heck, best try for both of us to shoot a buck. So just gonna pack up our stuff. I need to make one stop at a gas station for some treats. Mainly Ritz crackers, because I need Ritz crackers with my oysters. And we're going to be on the mountain, guys. So welcome to today's video. Sit back, enjoy it. Should be a good one.
Yeah. Well, friends, it's Halloween. We're down here in Missouri hunting public land. Weather's perfect. Me and Ted got some scouting in yesterday and found some sweet stuff. So, pretty excited.
It's gonna be an adventure for this whitetail novice, but I feel like I'm in good hands. We're about to jump in a boat very early in the morning. This is a brand new experience for me. I'm just excited to go through this whole process. My first time walking in, hanging a stand, so I got a lot to learn today.
Welcome to the rodeo. Let's hit it.
Ready to roll. Getting ready to hike into the stand. Boys just left the boat. We go try to find our way through this in the dark, and we have a pretty good zone, I think, picked out that Aaron was pinpointing feverishly last night. Going over things, trying to figure out where's gonna be the best spot, but looks like a good spot to me with my very limited knowledge. I'm just excited to see this place I'm at right now in the light. I still don't know what it looks like because I came in the dark. Got out here in the boat in the dark. I'm gonna go climb up in the tree in the dark, and then when the sun rises, I'm gonna set my eyes on what this is all about. This beautiful Missouri whitetail country.
This little bitty fellow. It's the only one available, but we're gonna have to make it work. If you would, just hang these
Well guys, we've knocked off 2.5 hours on this drive straight through. Pretty freaking tired coming from Kansas, getting no sleep the night before because we're tracking Brian's buck, and then not getting any sleep tonight, like an hour and a half. Fueling up the old pickup. This is my 99 Chevy, my beast. Put a engine in this thing, a used engine with like 100,000 miles on it. I'm running pretty solid, man. This is a trustworthy truck. I've had it for over 10 years. Love this dang thing. I've been drinking my Mountain Ops to keep me awake, so let me show you what I got. I've got myself a Mountain Ops Blaze Shot. Been sipping on that. There's still probably a quarter of it left, and probably about a quarter of this. This was a full serving of the Ignite product, and that stuff is keeping me awake. We made it. That was a long drive, man. I'm tired. Felt good the entire drive. Never got too sleepy where it was dangerous or anything, but I'll tell you what, took a little 20-minute nap once we got here, and that felt good and was much needed. From what I can tell, nobody's down this far in the canyon. We might have this place to ourselves. If we do, good things are gonna happen. We're gonna have fun. You ready, babe?
Yeah, I'm getting all bundled up.
Yeah, you are. It's got an orange hat. Reminder, guys, there's no orange required out here in Idaho during the rifle hunt. It's pretty bizarre, but she's wearing an orange hat anyway. It's really smart. I'm not. It's one of my favorite parts about walking this ridge every morning. Was beautiful sunrises. Perfect day. It's chilly. It's overcast, and I think some of these bigger deer need to start migrating down into here, back to the same exact spot where Ken and I were. And like I said, I just had to kill my curiosity, get up here and give it one more try.
Alright everybody, we are in our destination. I think Aaron is testing me. He picked the skinniest tree in all of the woods. And it's also crooked, but that's what I gotta do to earn my tree stand merit badge. We're waiting for the winds to kind of start kicking in the right way. They've been a little bit weird this morning, but we feel like we're in a good spot to catch a cruising buck here shortly. We just got enough light to kind of see, so wish us luck. Pretty slow morning so far. We just got a glimpse of 3 deer down here in the bottom. We've got some hunters kind of each way of us, it seems like. Oh yeah, there's deer in the bottom there too. There's a deer we spotted her down at the bottom. Try to figure out what they are. Real quick before we get moving. Haven't seen a buck yet. We keep glassing bedded does and quite a few deer, just not a single buck yet. But I did find, of course I found, an elk shed antler. Getting some phone scope footage of it. Not that it's moving or going anywhere, but we got it on the phone scope. Little 5-point, I'm not even gonna bother to go down there to get it because it's in the opposite direction of where we need to go, which is back that way. And we're trying to find out if this unit, if you can shoot does or not. Bridget really wants to get some meat. The online hunt planner shows dates in this unit that you can hunt does. I asked the fish and game officer and he says the last day is only for youth. So there seems to be some confusion there that we're trying to straighten up and make sure he can before we
we do. It sucks when there's like, you have a question and you call a fish and game officer and they can't give you the answer. You really want to hear yes or no, and there's a lot of times that they just say, I can't tell you. You'll have to hunt at your own risk is what they'll say. So anyways, we're gonna get going, move out, and hunt back towards the truck.
It's been a bit of a slow morning. It's about 9:45 a.m. and we have not seen a deer. It sounds like the other fellas had one spike walk underneath of them. So I think we're going to climb down out of this tree and go do some exploring. There's a couple places I wanted to go check out. Not too far from here. See if we can find some fresh sign. It took a while for the kind of weather to cool down and switch, but it seems ideal right now for some movement. But you know the program. These guys want to go get in the backyard. I don't think we're in the backyard yet. So we're going to go find out where these bad boys are bedding and slide on in on them. More than likely, I have a feeling we'll be out a lot of the day today. We do have a few snacks in the boat, but I've learned quickly that these guys, they don't eat, they don't drink. They're basically camels. I think they may just eat dinner during the day and that's it. I was like, you guys taking any food? We'll have some stuff in the boat. You mean you don't like bring water to the stand or like bar or something to eat? Yeah, these guys are just so in tune to whitetail, trying to kill a whitetail. They just like lose all sight of anything else important. I appreciate that though. That's commitment to the next level. So I had to sneak in a granola bar before we left this morning. We're still optimistic on Halloween. Aaron says it's his favorite day of the year to hunt. Can't beat being out here on the best day of the year. Aaron's gonna check the wind. Pull your binos down, you'll see. Oh yeah, I got him. Looks like a good one. Yeah, way a good one. Yeah, dude, he's a stud. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Aaron just spotted a big old buck. Want to see him, dude? He looks like a real nice one. We were just saying he thought he saw big tracks and some mega scrape we're looking at.
Yeah, big rub.
Yeah. A lot of good sign in there. We're looking for him right there, bud.
Yeah, I'll say, holy cow.
That's a dandy.
Narrow, but real tall, heavy looking, look like a mature buck.
Big time.
I don't know what to do now. We got standing water in between us and him, I'm fairly sure. Remember I was just telling you about how they love them transitions right there? We're lucky we didn't booger him. He's probably bedding right in that transition though, and he is not very far from the area we can't hunt.
We about to go see if the old buck nest really works.
Yeah, we're probably gonna set up right on top of that sucker. Somehow. Either that or we're gonna observe here for a little bit and then try sliding in there midday. Here's just shortly and calling him out of there. And that may potentially work. I mean, there's a real brushy tree right there in front of him. You could call down in that bank and then slip up to that tree and he'll have to come down to see. He can't get downwind of you right there. The problem is that I think that's all standing water in between us and him. I'm not positive, but I think he laid down in there. Dang it, man. How's a gooder? That's the one we want right there. Dandy buck. That's where you see him, right in that edge. Good grief.
We found a shooter, guys. He's in a tricky spot with the wind and where he's at right now, but we're gonna go meet the guys at the boat. They finally decided it was okay for us to eat and have drinks, so we're gonna do a little bit of that because we might be here for a while. And then I think we're gonna try to put our heads together and figure out how can we slide in there on that deer. He's probably the buck that we saw make that big rub and some of the tracks that Aaron picked up down in this bottom out here. But he's in a really good place for him to be bedded. Not a great place for us to try to go set up on him. We may end up having to do a little ground assault. But we're gonna talk it over, come up with a game plan, and see if we can kill this deer. He is a dandy. Dandy, dandy, dandy.
Right over there, guys. Right where the wood line comes down and meets. He's right there off the tip of my finger.
I mean, you guys were like 100 yards from him.
Did he like that?
Huh?
Did he like that?
Not really, but it'll be alright. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Did he run?
No, I'm pretty sure he's laying down up there. You guys just saw the spike, ain't seen nothing else? We went down into that cove right there, and we got down in there and we started finding more sign, like some fresh buck tracks and fresh doe tracks from this morning. We found one set of really big tracks and a huge fresh rub up there. And we were walking out in the shadows and looking across the cove at that far side, and I come around a tree and he was standing there big as a world, just right in the edge. But he wasn't moving very fast, like it was, and it's a perfect spot. Right where he's at is a perfect spot for him to bed with this wind coming down. We just left our gear back there. We figured we'd come down here and just eat, drink something quick, and then go back. So I would assume he's going to be in there the rest of the day, or he's going to be somewhere close by in there.
How do you know if it's starting neutral?
Pretty sure this is from the big boy we saw earlier that we're about ready to go make a move on. We have a general idea of what we want to do, but we're gonna just go test the wind and see how we can kind of slide in on him. Pretty sure he just bedded down last place we saw him. It's a pretty good sized rod though.
Oh, you can smell it. He just hit that sucker.
Really?
Yeah. See, that's what we're looking for. Doesn't necessarily have to be a lot of sign.
Yeah.
But fresh sign is what you want. See how that bark is still real wet and bright because the moisture hasn't left it yet?
Can even kind of tell here where the dirt's kicked up. Leaves them wrestled up. Aaron's gonna check the wind. For those of us out west that have no idea what you're doing, what is it?
It's milkweed. The reason I like it is because you can drop it and it follows the wind currents downstream, so to speak. Shows you what the wind is doing further away from your current location, instead of powder that just shows you what it's doing right here at your face. Thermals change, all kinds of stuff. I mean, how wind moves through an environment, it's almost like water. So it'll go around trees and through openings and stuff that you can't really see unless you use milkweed. It's pretty handy, and it grows everywhere around here, so got a large supply.
So that is a hunting public pro tip for anybody that is using the puffers before to check wind. Pick you up some milkweed, and you can get it in your local rural Missouri county.
In the road ditch.
In the road ditch, or other places, I'm sure, in the
Yeah,
Midwest, right?
I don't know if you'd call it a pro tip so much as just a redneck I'm broke tip. But it works.
New hashtag, I'm broke tip. Anyways, guys, we're getting ready to go stalking on this buck. We're just trying to figure out what the best setup's going to be for him based on this wind and kind of where he's at. He's in the little transition zone in a marshy area. We feel pretty confident, though, if we can get in on it to where we want to get into. We could be about probably 40 yards from his bed, and then might try to ground him in and just see what happens. But he's a stud. We're out here on public lands in Missouri, high pressured stuff, but these guys at the hunting public have a different strategy on how to kill big deer, or how to kill mature deer. Sometimes they're mature, but they're not necessarily big. But the old wise bucks, and they like to get into their bedroom, set up real close to their bedding zones, and then either wait for them, maybe call at them, just it depends on the situation. But it's a strategy that not a lot of guys are doing, and it kind of goes against what you might hear about in traditional whitetail hunting. But I like it because it's aggressive, and it's in their bedroom. You know, a lot of these mature bucks, from what I'm learning, is they don't really move around a lot. But a lot of things, from what we hear, kind of growing up and watching other television shows, is that the bucks go nocturnal. And what these guys have learned over the years is they're not necessarily nocturnal. They're just not moving much out of their bedding zone until it gets to be dark. And so a lot of times you'll see these mature deer on your trail cameras, but you never catch them during the day. Now that doesn't mean that the buck's not up and around checking on stuff during the day. What the hunting public has found is when they are up, they're just not far out of their comfort zone of their bedroom. They might go 30 yards, they might go maybe 100 yards, but then they'll bed back down. And then they may not hit more traditional areas where trail cams are until 11, 12, midnight, you know, something like that. So a lot of people assume, man, these guys are only moving at night, when in reality what they've learned is the deer are absolutely moving during the day. It's just in a very confined space. So they call it getting into the buck nest, but essentially think of sliding into their bedding zone, setting up on them, and killing them. Sometimes they do that by hanging these tree stands. Everything's mobile here, so they don't have any permanent stands. They just hang and hunt. Sometimes it's on ground. It just kind of depends situationally on what is going to be the best way to try to kill that deer. But I love it. It's different. It's aggressive. It reminds me a lot of elk hunting with the guys that born and raised. And I'm about to get my first shot at trying to outwit one of these old Missouri wizards. Let's see what happens.
Buck is bedded just right past that tree right there. It's right over in there, just over that little rise. That's our tree right there. Buck's bedded just past it. Me and Brian have made a stalk over here. If you kind of look behind me, way over there across this cove is where we spotted this buck earlier this morning. We stalked up the creek behind us, slipped in here. Our wind is going just like this, and I think he's bedded right behind the camera. I'll show you real quick. We're trying to debate what we need to do right here, whether we need to try to call and bring him out to this edge, or if we just need to sit here and wait him out. Because I'm thinking he's eventually going to pop out. He's got to be bedded right here within 60, 70 yards of us, if not closer. No good trees to hunt out of. We're just hugging the only available cover that we got. The one advantage that we have right now is that the sun is at our back. So it's casting these shadows to the east where this buck is bedded, and if he comes out here, he's going to have the sun in his eyes. Probably going to make it tough for him to see us.
Alright guys, the game plan is set. We're gonna get aggressive. I mean, why not, right? So, we figure that buck is somewhere between 50 to 70 yards bedded, just beyond the transition area. I feel like we saw him, you know, and his behaviors looked like he was cruising this area. Got a lot of sign behind us. I feel like the calling could actually be really effective. Yeah. The only thing that could hurt us is it's a little windy, and making sure just that he hears it. But the wind could also help, you know, disguise kind of where it's coming from and make him come check it out. So it's worth a shot, that's for dang sure. But I find it funny. I came to Missouri to whitetail hunt, hanging tree stands, do the traditional thing, and I'm out. We're just spotting and stalking and kind of almost using like elk bugling tactics, which is kind of cool actually. It's kind of a different technique, but that's what the hunting public's all about. Different techniques, being aggressive. So I'm a fan of that.
We're going to go up in here, do some real aggressive calling. I'm going to make a bunch of noise so that they can, if they're up in those woods, they ought to come down, you would think. Do a bunch of snort wheeze and loud grunts. I'm going to rake a tree almost like I'm trying to call in a moose or an elk. Might work though.
I deferred to Aaron to do the grunt snort wheeze sequence. He has such a better tone and volume with that call. I've never blown it before, and it didn't sound good in my opinion, so I don't have any issues of deferring. I have no pride. I think he gives us the best option to get that buck up off its feet and maybe swing through this opening. We've been studying the maps, and it's really thick behind him. I mean, it just doesn't seem reasonable that he would have any other way to go other than right back through here. Either right past us to our left or just past us to our right, which would be downwind. This is pretty fun though, I gotta tell you. I can completely see why all you guys are addicted to whitetail hunting. This is only my second true whitetail hunt, and first one on public land, so it's been a really fun morning already. Let's see if this thing works. is 5:30 p.m. We are getting close to that golden hour of the evening. We have been sitting on the buck that we spotted this morning all day long. We are out of water. We're out of snacks. We have not seen him yet. We tried aggressive calling on 2 different occasions. Didn't work, so we think he's a little further back in to this bedding zone than we thought he was originally. We've got 3 does down just from us here a little bit. Saw a little buck which kind of snuck in behind us. And we're just waiting for the big boy to step out and make a mistake. That's all we need him to do is make a mistake. We have a pretty good idea of where we should come back tomorrow. Unless Aaron overthinks it.
There's a good chance that's gonna happen.
We got a big one right here. Like, probably should come back here. We are wrapping up day number 1. That old smart bruiser of a buck never showed himself again. Still think he's in here, but never saw him. So we're gonna go meet the guys at the boat. Hopefully they had better luck than we did. Just go back home, eat something. A hot meal sounds great right now. Put together a strategy for the morning. Do it all over again. You gotta be kidding me. Whoa. That's the first time I've ever heard whitetail fight. They were straight getting down. That sounded like a lot of massive antler too.
And that doe blowing out.
Yeah.
We're gonna slide out of here real careful. I know what we're calling in the morning.
Dang. That's right up where we were talking about.
Right up where we were talking about it.
Well, does do that often when they're fighting. Blow
Yeah,
at
I
'em.
mean, she's just nervous about all that commotion and stuff.
Dude, that was freaking loud.
We better get out of here.
Wow.
There we go, guys. That's the last little bit of what's left for daylight. Man, what a struggle. We did not see a deer this evening. This storm that blew in, it was windy, it was ice cold wind, and nothing was moving. Like total ghost town. Super bummed. Didn't get one. Couldn't even get Bridget a small buck, and we would see small bucks every single day last time I was out here in the same area. So I don't know what the deal is. Today was just a bad day with the storm. Kept them down. Still pretty surprised that we never even turned up a buck today. Surprised I never saw a mature buck on this mountain the whole time. But that's hunting. Got my butt kicked. Bad. Really, really bad. So you win some, you lose some, but at least I got to spend the day with Bridget. And the storm that we needed so desperately to get the big bucks moving is coming today it's just started right now on the end of the hunt, the last day of the hunt. But we got a long drive home. There's not going to be too much exciting going on from us, so I'll just say good night to all you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully B-Mac had some luck in Missouri. Haven't even heard from him. And if you guys haven't already, subscribe. Doing daily videos, so see you guys in the morning. We'll be back at it with another daily video.
Chili to feed you boys. They're hitting pretty hard at the house for them.
What?
I put some in the Tupperware bowl too.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Well, you're up here without Mindy. You gotta have a little help.
gave us a bunch of stuff.
Ted's gonna waste away if you ain't careful.
Timing's great.
Kenny, it's a chili cook-off tonight because Mindy did send us with some
She
chili.
did.
Oh yeah, so
Well,
it's
good. I knew she had said you was something.
oh yeah.
Double dip.
So would Walt.
Brian, this is my dad, Kenny.
Hey, Kenny, how are you doing? Brian, pleasure.
Seen you on the Hushin.
Oh, thanks for watching.
Larry Shepherdly emailed me back today. He said, saw the latest THP Looked like the old man got into action.
Oh yeah.
And he said he watched Hushin too.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome, man.
We're pretty tired. We've been out there all day.
I figured you had.
Me and Brian saw that buck like 10:30, and we came, met them at the boat, ate a couple Cliff Bars, and drank some water. And Ted gave me his life straw and said, "See you
Did you drink out of the lake with the life straw?"
I didn't.
Yes, that's it.
I had it just in case.
Is this like a cook-off, or are we gonna see whose is better at the end?
No, I'm gonna try something Mindy.
We got on some bucks today. Definitely. We saw that one buck moving at 10:30. Was that right? And he's a good one, real good one. Headed onto the property that we can't hunt. And me and Brian sat there on him the rest of the day and didn't see much. And then right at last light, they were just in there fighting hard over a doe.
Hard.
Oh yeah. For a minute, probably. Solid, just as hard as they could go. And then they broke apart and took off. You could hear them, you know, and then you could hear a doe and they're blowing a bunch. So.
Women.
Just kidding.
That's what you got out of this?
There's nothing wrong with women. It's fine.
Anyway, got a pretty good spot going in the morning.
Jake. The ball ain't gonna draw them in, the comments will. So, Zach and Logan in Ohio.
Zach killed a buck last night in Iowa.
Oh, he did?
Big one.
On the ground?
Mm-hmm. Real good one.
Gillied up?
I'm assuming. About 3 feet from the canoe.
Travis is a little concerned you and Zach started looking a little like cavemen. Gillied up and bearded.
You could do better on the beard.
Yeah.
You need to quit trimming it.
I love you too. Good job, dude. We did all this stuff too with full-time jobs. With yeah, we did 5 DVDs, marriages, kids, TV show. We started a film tour, like all this moonlighting. Guys, 2.0. Cheers. Let's do it again. Oh, my man. Cheers, baby.
Sweet.
Like it?
That's sick.
One more week.
Pretty cool, huh? Man, that's cool.
That's sweet.
It's the power of YouTube, man. Isn't that crazy how many people it's brought together, and being able to do these collaborations is just pretty special. We got a rich history with the guys who were born and raised, and super proud of them.
Yeah, we're big fans.
Man.
We love it.
Yeah.
We're like,
I'm jealous.
we're extremely jealous. Like, love elk hunting. It'd be just amazing to go and do that.
Yeah, I think next year there's a good possibility we can get you guys on that project. For any of you guys watching, and you've always have dreams of going out west to chase elk with your bow, and you're just not quite sure maybe how to go about it or what to do, because I know it's probably super overwhelming. Born and Raised Land of the Free 2.0 project kicks off November 7th. Go back and watch the original Land of the Free series from last year, but you will get a lot of motivation to go chase some elk. They tell a great story, great bunch of guys, and mighty fine elk hunters.
Yeah, you're not kidding. You're not kidding.
Yeah.
I'll just go out and film. Trent and Cody, I don't even need a tag. I'll just go film. Like, it looks fun.
It's so fun. It is so dang fun, man. It's cool, man. YouTube thing, yeah. All these different groups of guys and gals coming together to share common interests and a goal, but really work together. I think is just like the best part about the YouTube platform.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly just what hunting should be.
Yeah.
It's the most raw way to
Absolutely.
show it.
You guys hosting us out here, and
That's what we're all about, man.
vice versa is
Social aspects.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how our celebrations look too, a lot of times, except we're not packing out an entire elk,
It's gonna be fun to watch the rest of your guys' tour unfold, and our project kick off, and Born and Raised project. There's a lot of good hunting videos to watch right now on YouTube.
A lot of good content out there.
Dang sure.
That was sweet. That was cool.
Well, day one in Missouri is coming to a close. We're dropping getting the footage drop. Gonna go hit the sack. It's been a long day, and something tells me we're gonna have another early morning wake up call. These guys are not about swing shift. They're about definitely about the morning shift. But we're gonna head back to the place that we heard that crazy buck fight. So we are gonna go literally set up probably yards from where that took place in a tree and see if we can get a little bit lucky, have one of those bucks cruise back on by. Appreciate all you guys watching. Appreciate the support, all the comments. We just launched this new project, best season yet. And day one video just had a lot of really fantastic feedback, and just want to let you guys know how much we appreciate that support, and hope you are continuing to enjoy this real long series that we did, kind of just documenting an entire fall of what we all go through. We will see you tomorrow. Have a good night.